Hello everyone, today I will install a stereo in this 96 Toyota Camry. I would like to think that I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff, so today I will show you a few things that I know that will hopefully help you. This car currently has a shitty tape player that has a red light on and makes no sound. It looks like the front doors have 4-inch speakers, and it looks like there are some 6x9s in the rear deck. I will start by removing the radio trim. It looks like the previous installer wasn't very careful with it. Let's remove the 4 screws holding the radio in and pull it out. Unplug the connector, and the shitty old tape player is out. Next up, let's take the door panels off, jam a cloth behind the window crank, and pull down to release the clip. Let's put the clip back in so we don't lose it. Remove all the door panel screws and pull out at the edges to release the clips, then pull the door panel up to remove it. The stock speaker has an adapter. I really don't like 4-inch speakers because they don't put out much sound. I want to make a custom adapter and install 6x8s in the front doors. The rear speakers are screwed in from above. First, let's take the back seat cushion out. The seat back will also need to come out. Remove 2 screws, then pull the rear deck forward. Now we can get to the rear speakers. I also want to run some new speaker wire to improve sound quality. I installed new wiring to the rear and front speakers, and the new harness runs along the center of the car to the radio. I got some MB reference series 6x9s for the back, and it looks like they don't quite fit. I got some MB reference 6x8s for the front. The depth and size are going to be problems here. With just a little trimming with the jigsaw, the rear speakers drop right in. With the rear speakers bolted in place and wired, we can reinstall the rear cover. To install 6x8s in the door, I'll need to do a few modifications. First, this speaker trim doesn't quite cover the whole speaker. The hole in the door panel will need to be bigger. Speaker doesn't quite fit in here. I made an adapter out of 1/2-inch MDF. This will go right here and allow me to bolt the speaker on. I just need to trim the metal in the door to get the speaker in. Now I can hook up the wiring and install the speaker. I cut a big hole in the door panel. I'm hoping to use the steel mesh cover from the 6x9s to fix it. I'm using a needle and thread to sew the speaker grill on. Next step, paint it brown to match the door. And the door panels are ready to go back in. The old speaker wiring is disconnected and out of the way. Let's check the new wiring. Set your multimeter to ohms. Each speaker should measure around 4 ohms. 3.8 is good. Next, put one lead into the ground wire and check for continuity to ground on each speaker wire. There should be no continuity. A screw shorting out a speaker wire can fry your radio. We definitely don't want that. Next, let's check power. Set the meter to volts DC, one lead into ground, black wire, and one into yellow, battery. Okay, we have 12 volts all the time on the blue and yellow wire. Move the red lead to the red wire. This one should have power when the key is in an accessory and run positions. Let's start by connecting the power and ground wiring to the new radio. Twist each wire together, then solder it. The best automotive soldering iron is the Isotip Solder Pro 120. I like to use heat shrink to insulate every wiring connection. You can use a lighter or the soldering iron exhaust port for heat. With everything connected, now I can use tape to organize the wiring. Okay, here I have the new radio, the brackets that came with the car, and a new installation kit. With the kit bolted together, the radio is ready for installation. Connect the wiring and antenna, and slide the radio in. Let's power the radio on and test all 4 speakers.